Hey everyone, Misfit here. Thank you so much for tuning in to this full body level up workout. We're gonna hit every major muscle group today. We're gonna be using a couple different sets of weights, a kettlebell if you have one. If you don't have a kettlebell, no big deal. And have your mat set out, ready to rock. All right, get some water ready, get those running shoes on. Let's get ready to work it. We're gonna do a nice quick warm up first, so taking those feet just a little bit wider than hip width apart, making a scarecrow position with the arms. We're just gonna come into just basic chest presses, so bringing the elbows together in the front, maybe getting a little bit of a shoulder squeeze at the back here. Breathing in and out. Nice. Stop it here, and we're gonna take those arms high, low, up, down. Starting to brace in through the core and through the abdomen a little bit. Maybe squeezing that belly button in and under a little bit tighter. Give me a few more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're just gonna rotate right, mid, left, mid. Nice little spinal twist, creating some heat in through the core and through the abdomen. Elbows stay level with the shoulders, and if you feel comfortable, you can skip that pause in the middle, just go side to side. Stick with that side to side, take the hands back behind the head, open up and through the shoulders and the elbows. 4, slow down as you're starting to feel dizzy. 2, 3, 2, 1. Take it back into that cactus pose, stop sign position. Breathing in, and then on the exhale, you're gonna bring those elbows down, give a nice big squeeze to that mid and upper back. Inhale up, exhale down and squeeze. One more just like that. We're gonna add a little bit of a squat to the bottom of this one now. Inhale up, exhale, bending and hinging at the hips and knees. Sticking with that motion, sticking with the breath. Inhale up, exhale, get that strong contraction with that back on the way down. You've got it. 2 more. Last one. Yeah, take the hands to the hips. We're gonna widen that stance a little bit more. We're just gonna start to rock it, take it side to side here. Lengthening up and through the spine. Take it a little bit deeper. Getting a little bit of bicep curl, tricep kick back with the arms. Side to side. Watch that knee isn't traveling over top of the toe. If that's the case, just widen the stance a little bit more. You got it, you got it, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold it on one side, we're gonna pulse it out. Taking the hands in front, pulling the chest and shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it going. 4, 3, sticking those hips right back. And 1, take it over, pulse it out, other side. Hold it up a little bit higher through that upper body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you're there, 1. Nice, taking the hands to the hips. Turn those feet 45 degrees out. Coming into some nice easy plies, warming up those inner thighs. Deepening that breath. Yeah, you got it, you got it. 3, 2, we're gonna do the same thing this one. Hold it at the bottom, let's pulse it out. 10-second pulse, still sticking up, butt to the back. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing it up, we're gonna drop that chest down nice and low, soft in through the knees, and then finding that side-to-side motion. You can reach the fingertips down onto the floor. Gradually deepening that side-to-side lunge. And when you're ready, pause at midline here, take a deep breath in. Chest becomes heavy, rolling it back up. Give those shoulders a roll around and back. All right, I told you it would be a nice, quick and easy warm-up, so let's get right into it. I have 6 different exercises for you. So the first set, it's gonna be level 1, so it's gonna be the easier option for these exercises. Second set is level 2, so we're gonna bump it up a level, we're gonna take it up a notch. And third set is gonna be level 3, it's gonna be the hardest. So if it's too much for you, you have the option of doing that third set at the second level option. All right, so let's just start. We're gonna kick it off with a little bit of balance work here with a single leg pendulum. So hands are gonna come back behind the head. We wanna keep chest, shoulders open, so elbows are pulled back. We're gonna start on one leg. Now that this base leg needs to keep a little bit of a bend to it. We're gonna inhale as we drop the chest down low, that back leg's coming back. So chest should be parallel to the floor here. And then we're exhaling without touching this toe if you can to bring that knee to the front. So one more time. Inhale, drop the chest low, keeping that bottom knee bent. And then exhale, take it up. Give it a try. We've got 10 each side. Keeping those elbows pulled back. Let's go. Inhale down. Exhale, using hamstrings and low back to get that pull back up. So you do not bend or straighten out that base knee anymore. It's just there stabilizing. If you're finding your balance is a little off and you need to break it up, you can touch the toe partway through. Here, do a check-in and then take the knee up. Another option is to hold the arms out to the side. Help with the balance. 4 more. This is not one to rush through. Remember that knee's coming right up, getting that contraction in through the core. Take that chest as low as you feel comfortable without toppling over to the front. Last 2 here. One more. Should be feeling it in through the hamstrings and low back with this one. All right, when you've done 10 that side, take it over, exact same thing, other side. Hands can come out to the side or back behind the head. Hinging it at the hips. We're not bending into that knee. And then taking that other knee right up in front, level with the hip. Slow this one down as much as you need to. We're starting off with this tricky balance exercise while we're still fresh. Round 3 may be interesting. Do a little check-in when that knee comes up right here, squeezing in through that core, lengthen up into the spine a little bit more. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we take it back up. Last 4. Doing good, stick with it. 2 more, 2 more. Last one, breathing. Take it up. Beautiful. Standing with those feet. We're taking the feet together to start. We're coming into a lateral lunge. This is all body weight for this one. Into a nice big lateral lunge. So take side step to one side. You're gonna lunge it down. With this one, we're gonna point the fingertips down towards the floor, and then we're gonna squeeze those elbows up. So squeezing in through the shoulder blades. Chest is down a little bit a little further than we normally would with our lateral lunge. And then we're taking the feet back together. We're gonna do 10 reps on the same side, and then 10 reps on the other side. So this is mimicking the action that we're gonna be doing with weights for the level 2 option. So lateral lunge first, you can drop the chest low, and then get that shoulder blade squeeze in the back as the feet come back together. So you can do it all in one fluid motion, or you can break it up, step, hinge, and then squeeze. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. This one is a little more technical. Squeeze in through the back. I'm already feeling it in through that mid and upper back, and I haven't even started to use any weights yet. So it's amazing just what you can get just with those simple contractions, focusing in on those specific muscle groups. 3 more here. Make sure we're sitting nice and low into that thigh. Knee isn't traveling over top of the toe. If that's the case, stick that butt back a little bit more. Squeeze. Once you've hit 10 that side, exact same thing, other side, starting with the feet together. Nice wide lunge first, hinge it forward, shoulder blade squeeze, take it back up. Hit that low lunge, deepen through the thigh, deepen through the hip. Give me a nice squeeze at the top here, back stays flat so we're not rounding through into those shoulders. If you're not used to not using weights, It may feel really weird. Good to train the brain though on proper form. Form comes first, and then we can lift heavy, right? 2 more. Last one, last one. Breathe. Good. We get to pick up 1 single dumbbell or kettlebell with this one. We're just holding it here at the chest. It's just a basic squat with this one. So we want to soften in through the knees. Again, weights here at the chest. We're just going to squat it down so as if we're sitting back in a chair and then taking it right back up. We've got 10 basic squats. Let's do it. Inhale down, exhale, take it up. Legs get a little bit of a break after this, I promise. So try to get that full stand up at the top without locking the knees out. Last 4. 3, keeping it up nice and tall in through the chest. 2. And 1. No big deal, right? All right, next we're gonna work into some upper body. So we've got Arnold's. This is a new take on Arnold's. We're gonna do it from a neutral position or hammer curl position. So palms stay facing the thighs here. We're gonna roll the shoulders around and back. Find that nice base position, so soft in through the knees, engaging in through the core. So we're gonna come into a hammer curl, and then all we're gonna do is add a little bit of shoulder press. So hands stay in that neutral position the whole time. And then we're gonna reverse the direction on the way down. So curl first, press second, take the weights back to the shoulders, and then slowly lower it down, all right? We've got 10 of these guys, let's go. Hammer curl, press it right up, weights come straight up over top of the shoulders, back down to the shoulders, and then we're lowering it down. Beautiful, beautiful compound exercise with this one. We're getting a whole lot of biceps and a whole lot of shoulders at the same time. And that core, of course, is always turned on. Helping to power, helping to stabilize. Last 5, try not to rush those weights as they're coming back down here. And watch that the elbows aren't trying to poke out in front. They try to keep staying along the midline with that hammer curl. 3 more. Feeling good so far. Last 2. One more. Push, up, down, and lower. Beautiful. Take it down onto the mat. Our last 2 exercises are core exercises. You may want a weight handy so that you're not having to jump up and down and grab it in between these 2 exercises. We're starting with a basic crunch though, so no weights necessary for this one. Easy peasy basic crunch. We're gonna find our way flat on the mat, give those hips a little bit of a tuck so that there's no space between the low back and the mat. Hands are coming back behind the head. We're picking a spot up on the ceiling just in front of our line of vision. Taking those shoulder blades, lifting them up off the mat as high as you can, and then controlling them back down. So 10 easy basic crunches, no big deal. Exhaling here on the hard part, inhaling on the way down. Should get a nice little shake in through the abdomen on that descend. 5, 4, feels good. 3, 2, keeping those chest and shoulders open, elbows wide, and done. All right, final exercise before we move on to level 2 options are Mason twists. Here's where that weight comes in handy. The feet are gonna stay down on the mat for this first round of Mason twists. Back's gonna stay flat. We're gonna lean it on back, just on a little bit of an incline until you feel that tummy kick in. Taking that weight, we're gonna rotate to one side, all the way through to the other side. All right, feet stay down on the floor for this first level. Shoulders are down and relaxed, and let's go. Twist away, my friends. We've got 10. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel good so far. Big twist, side to side. Really targeting those obliques, side of the abdomen. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. That was pretty easy, right? All All right, let's level it up a notch, level 2. So our next set, we're gonna bump it up just a little bit more. We are going to start with one single dumbbell for this first pendulum, or a kettlebell. So if you're using a dumbbell, we're holding it end to end. If you're using a kettlebell, it's just you're holding it by the handle here. So here we are at the top, soften through that base leg. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let that weight actually drop the chest down with control. And then as that knee comes in front, dumbbell is curling to the chest. Easy peasy. So we're curling it back down, get that pendulum in, get that hinge, and up. Same thing applies if you're using a kettlebell, keeping those arms straight as we pendulum, and then getting that little bit of pull up at the top. Let's do this, my friends. Same thing, we've got 10 each side. Deep breath, let's go. Find that control, hone in on that focus, that balance, curl it up. Do a little form check here at the bottom of this movement. Watch that our shoulders aren't hunching forward, keeping that back really, really straight and flat. Whoop. Slow and steady. The more you try to rush through this one, the harder it is. Last 3. Again, if you need to touch that toe down in between to get that little bit of a balance check, you can. One more. Squeezing in through that tummy right here at the top. Good, finish off 10. Exact same thing, other side. Readjust, pull those shoulders back. Let's do this. Inhale down, exhale. Curl the weight to the chest as the knee comes up. Got the hang of it by now? Give me another 5. You're doing great, guys. Keep it up. Flatten that back at the top. Lengthening in through the spine. 2 more. Whoop. Last one. Good. All right, sticking with that single kettlebell or single dumbbell. This is our lateral lunge. Yes, lateral lunge. My brain is not turned on today. This time we're using one weight, so we're coming into that nice lateral lunge. We're gonna drop the chest low, and then we're gonna get that shoulder blade squeeze here. You can use one single dumbbell or a kettlebell. That exact same motion that we did with just body weight, we are recreating it, yes, with a nice big heavy weight. Rolling those shoulders around and back. Let's go. We've got 10 reps each side, completing all 10 on one side first before you take it over to the other side. If you're having trouble with form with this one, break it up. Lunge first, hinge, and then row. Once you get the hang of it, you can create a more fluid motion, but break it down if you're having trouble to start. Last 4. Don't be afraid to keep that lunge nice and wide. Pulling that back up, mid and upper back. And 10, when you're done 10 that side, switch it over, transition over, exact same thing, other side. Wide lateral lunge, drop that chest low, and then get the row. So feeling it in through quads, feeling it in through adductors, that inner thigh, and obviously into the back when we're getting that row at the bottom. 3, 2, last one. Finish off that 10. Excellent. So for level 1, We just did a dumbbell squat with the weight at the chest. Exact same thing, only we're gonna add an overhead push at the top of that squat. So we're gonna squat it down, back stays nice and flat. As we come up, we're pressing that weight up and over. Single dumbbell or a kettlebell, you choose. Pull those shoulders back when the weight's at the chest. Inhale down, exhale, take it up. There's one. Big old press at the top for two. Legs are on fire. Give me another 5 here, go. 4. Make sure that weight comes right back down to the chest before we start any more movements into this one. 4, we start to lower back down. 2. Last one. Press, and done. All right, are you ready for those Arnolds? Picking up both sets of dumbbells. We're gonna add a squat to these hammer curl Arnolds. So exact same thing that we did with the beginning, only we're gonna start with that squat. So weights are down at the side, nice low squat, stand it up. Hammer curl first, overhead press second, lower and lower, right back down into a squat. All right, deep breath in. Let's go. Inhale as we lower down. Exhale to get that push up. Now you start your hammer curl, overhead press, down with control. Inhale down, exhale, up, push. Lots of legs, lots of glutes. We've got biceps, we've got shoulders. All in one awesome exercise. Keep it going. How about 4 more? Not quite sure if that's where we're at. I've never been good at counting, but it sounds good. Watch that chest isn't dropping down too low on the descend right here at the bottom of the squat. 10, nice work. Finish it off, grab one weight or one kettlebell to set beside you on the mat. We're starting back to those crunches. Level 2 with these crunches, remember, so it's a little bit harder. So one foot is gonna stay flat down on the mat. The other leg is gonna be extended. Extended all the way out, the heel is hovering just above the floor. Exact same thing with those crunches. We're taking chest and shoulders, raising it up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 10. Inhaling as we lower down slowly, exhaling as we crunch it up. Keeping that low back firm. 3 more. 2, last one. Beautiful, finish off that 10. Sit it on up, we are into mason twists. Exact same thing with one weight or a kettlebell, only one leg is off. So one foot down, the other foot up. Flatten out in through the spine, set those shoulders down and away from the ears, and we're gonna twist to the one side, all the way over and through, take it over to the other side. Trying not to round out in through that upper back. It's only 10. Here we are, last 4 already, nice and strong. 3, 2, and 1, good. I bet you know where level 3 is going with that one. Grab a drink if you need one. Here we are, 3rd and final level. We're gonna bump it up to the hardest one with this one. Again, you can give it a try, and if it feels too difficult, feel free to go down to the level 2 option. So we've got a single leg pendulum with a knee lift. Exact same thing as we did with level 2. So that weight's calming down, lowering down. And then before we curled it into the chest, now we're gonna press it out in front. Back into the chest, and then we're lowering it down, all right? Give it a try. If that front forward push is too much, just keep that weight here at the chest. Deep breath in, back stays nice and flat. Let's do this. 3rd and final set. Get that deep hinge first here at the hips. Take it up, curl the weight to the chest, and then push that weight away from the body, back in as we lower down. Lots and lots of core recruited here to help stabilize, to help balance. It's turned on now. Get that curl up first as the knee comes up. Push it away into the chest and down. Three more. Up, push. Lots of concentration, lots of focus required with this one. And take it down. Woo, good work. One more time. Other side, make sure that base leg isn't completely locked out. Easy on the knee. Let's start with a hinge. Curl the weight to the chest as the knee comes up. Give it a push away. Make sure you get those shoulder blades pulled back right here so we're not rounding through. Lots of things to think about with this one, I know. Finish off that 10, come on. We're on our last 3. Curl it up, easy. One more here, baby, come on. Push it, push it, push it. And finish off with that 10. All right, we are into those lateral lunges, only we're using both weights with this one. Before we had one weight here at the chest, lunge, row. This time, we're using both. So taking a nice wide lateral lunge, hinging at the chest, we're rowing the elbows out this time, not in here. Elbows are coming out and away from the body, and then the feet are coming back together. Give it a try. Wide lateral lunge first, sticking that butt back, hinging at the hips, get that row. Feet are coming back together. When you are into this row, being mindful that we're squeezing into that upper back and we're not just shrugging the shoulders up towards the ear. Big mistake that people make with that one. Get that hinge, sticking the butt back, dropping the chest low each time. Another 5. Whew. Feeling that in the back. 2, 1. Boom. Take it over. Other side, exact same thing. Come on, guys, you got this. Pick the lunge first. Drop it low, out, down, and together. Big and strong upper back. Awesome for posture. Last 4. 2 more. Down, squeeze, take it up. Find that 10th and final rep. All right. Okay, we've got our squat press. Again, second level with this one was a squat push at the top. This time we're gonna come into a squat jack for level 3. Jack it out, squat it down, jack it in as that weight comes up overhead. So you can go for level 3 or just stick with that squat push for level 1. Woo, get ready. This is gonna be a good one. We're starting with that low, jack out into the squat, up and press as the feet come back together. Again, down, push it up. Inhale down, exhale to push. Hit that low squat, you can do this. Last 5. 4, come on. 3, go for it. 2, and 1. Woo, baby. Nice work. What are we gonna do with those Arnolds for our 3rd level? I got a good one for you. So for our level 2 Arnolds, all we did was add a little bit of a squat hammer curl, shoulder press, down and down into a squat. So you can keep it there, or you can join me in adding a thruster. So we're squatting it all the way down, setting those weights down, jumping or stepping into that plank, in and out, and then up before we start our Arnold. Good, right? Give it a try if you want to. Rolling those shoulders around and back. Deep breath in. Let's go. Set those weights down first. Step or jump out into the plank. Stepping or jumping back in. Hit the hips low. Stand up. And then finish your hammer curl Arnolds. For 1. Up. Breathing. Woo, we are sweaty. Hit that full stand up first before you jump into that hammer curl. We made it to 5, we're halfway there. Slow it down if you need to. 6. Hips nice and low before you get that step or jump out. Come on, we're trying to use as many muscle groups as we can in each of these exercises. Really torch those calories through and keeping the burn going post-workout. Here we are, last 2. Up, curl, press, easy, down. Awesome, guys. All right, down to our last 2 exercises. We have our crunch. We're gonna add a weight to this crunch for our level 3. So just to recap our level 2 option of this crunch, one leg was hovered, basic crunch here. Third is that leg's gonna come up and we're taking the weight up towards the toe. Exact same crunch position, only we have that weight locked out in front of us. If you wanna make it even harder, you can drop the heel down a little bit closer towards the floor. Let's go for 10. Easy down, especially with that weight. Nice and slow as we return those shoulders back down. Last 5, work it. Two more, belly should be burning. And 1. Take it up into that sit-up position. Last round of Mason twists. If you haven't figured out level 3 already, both feet are up if you can. If you need to just keep one foot down, the other foot up. Mason twist only, but that's not all. We're gonna go both feet up, twisting to one side, weight comes to midline, and then pressing up overhead before we take it over to the other side. Back flat. Pull those shoulders back, get that little bit of a lean back first. Let's give it a try. Rotate, press, take the weight back to midline, and then rotating to the other side. There's 1, 2. Trying not to hold the breath here, guys. Slow it down, keep both feet up if you can. If you need to set one down, even for 1 rep, you can, and then take it right back up, halfway there. Work it, work it, work it. Come on, a little bit more. There's 3, 2. You know you want to finish it off big and strong. And 1. Oh yeah. All right, stay here for a nice big juicy stretch. We're gonna stretch that low back out, planting the feet flat on the floor. So you can take the hands, if the legs aren't too sweaty, you can take the hands, bring them to the knees, or you can wrap the hands under the knees and then grabbing the wrists. Up to you, depending on the level of flexibility, you can wrap them around in front or behind. You're gonna take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're gonna drop the chin to the chest. We're gonna round in through that mid and low back, using those legs to anchor us to get that little bit of a traction in through the shoulders and mid-back. So breathing all the way down into that mid and lower back, really opening it up there. Releasing the grip nice and easy. We're going to counteract that stretch, taking the hands on top of the knees, pulling into the knees, opening it up in through chest and shoulders, reversing it. Reaching that head up a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. This is hard to do when your knees are super duper sweaty. Yeah, good. Taking the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall to the sides, resting the hands gently on the knees. Just apply very, very little bit of pressure, outwards and down. Still sitting up tall in through the spine. Good. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can walk the hands to the shins or even to the feet, and then get that little bit of a hinge forward so you're feeling it in through the inner thighs. Lovely. Woo! As always, stick around, stretch out anything else you feel like needs worked. That was an excellent, excellent workout today. Definitely one of my favorites by far to increase the levels. It also gives you lots of other options to do as well. Maybe you're having an off day, maybe you don't feel like lifting so heavy, and you want to stick with the level 1 or level 2 options. You really want to give it your all and go through that third option, another round, just to get a bonus killer workout in there. Go for it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.